Wow, what an amazing feeling to finally have that aha moment, to truly understand why you've been going through everything that you've been going through. Like, something just clicks in your mind and you realize that all the pain that you went through, all the hardships that you endured, all the uncertainty that you endured, it was preparing you to be able to handle the next level, because the next level usually comes with more possibilities of pain, more possibilities of hardships, because you got more to lose. But you got to be prepared to get to that level. And in order to even get to that level, you got to show that you can handle it on a lower level. And when I tell you that I've been experiencing like crazy pain and hardship over the last, it's been some years now, but more recently, like things, I think they reached their apex, because I just got out of the longest relationship that I ever been in. Rebuilding myself financially. I am in a crazy like period of solitude, and it hurts. But today on my drive down to Mesa, Arizona from Las Vegas, so my son got a baseball tournament in Mesa this weekend, so we drove down here from Las Vegas today. And one thing about me is I love to drive on the open road. That's why I love road trips, because driving on the open road for me is very therapeutic and like meditative. I think meditative is a word, I don't know, but for some reason me and the open road usually equals clarity for my state of mind. And so during the time that my son was like taking his nap, I turned the music off, and it was just me, God, and the road. And in that time frame, it was about, I think my son took a nap for about 2 hours, maybe an hour and a half. But during that time, so many things became clear to me as to why I've been going through everything that I've been going through. And does that take away the pain that I still feel from some of the stuff that I've endured? Nope. I still feel heartbroken about the loss of the relationship that I just got out of. But I'm managing the pain in a different way now, because I understand that I would not have, like, the things that have clicked in my mind wouldn't have clicked in my mind if it hadn't been for the loss of that relationship. And I hate that that's what had to be sacrificed, because that relationship really did mean a lot to me. It still means a lot to me. But because that the feeling of that loss was so tragic for me, and borderline, I would even go as far as saying traumatic, because I really don't handle heartbreak well, because I love hard, so I attach hard, and that's just the way it is. But I've been able to like realize that through that pain, it forged me into becoming the man who I am now. I know I'm pretty sure that I'm 100% aware of everywhere that I went wrong in that relationship. Of course, I'm probably missing, like, I might not remember every single event, but I can guarantee you that I've done enough self-analysis, not even just today, but in the time that I've been healing from it. I've done enough self-analysis to know everywhere that I went wrong in that relationship, all the things that I could have done better, all the things that I should have done better, all the things that I shouldn't have tolerated, all the things that she shouldn't have had to tolerate from me. And when I tell you that the excitement that I have to be able to apply that to the next relationship, if if God does bless me with that opportunity, whether it's with her again or whether it's with somebody new, whatever, I know for a fact the kind of man that I do want to be and the kind of man that I don't want to be. And I do not want to be a replica of the man that I showed up as before I was able to learn these things about myself. And like I said, unfortunately, I had to learn through pain, and unfortunately, she had to endure some pain too, because I was still figuring myself out. I mean, but at the end of the day, I realize now that I had to go through that, because whatever is next is gonna be the most beautiful thing that I've ever experienced from a romance level. And then let's talk about my finances. Right now, I'm a teacher. I'm living on a teacher salary. I live in Las Vegas, where the cost of living is crazy high. So, and it's just me and my son. So a 2-bedroom apartment is damn near half of my entire, salary. And that's not comfortable living. However, I've been finding ways to make do and actually even still enjoy my living space, still enjoy living where I'm living, even though I got next to nothing after I pay for everything. That's a blessing in itself, though, for me to even be able to say that I can pay for everything. Yeah, all the extra stuff that I want to do right now, it got to be on hold for a minute, because I just don't got the means to do it yet. But me learning how to live way below my means and still be happy, it wouldn't have happened if I wasn't forced to be in this uncomfortable state that I'm currently in. And I think also, it's helpful that I've been meditating and praying hard every day. I'm back on a routine every single day. Like, I get up at 4:00 in the morning to eat, pray, and go to the gym. And doing that every day, as uncomfortable as it is to get up at 4:00 in the morning when I know I gotta go deal with 90 fifth graders at school every day, like, that's uncomfortable. But me being back in that structure, having that routine again, making me feel like the man that I know I've always been cut out to be, because of my high value for, like, I highly value discipline and integrity. So me getting up every day at 4:00 in the morning, no matter how I feel, is reinforcing to myself that I do live by discipline and integrity, and that increases self-worth, that increases confidence, and it just brings back my center. It brings me back to center. It grounds me, and it just makes me feel like whatever comes next in my life, like, now I'll be able to handle it. Like, all the grand things that I've been asking for from God, I know that I'll be able to handle it in a way now that I probably wouldn't have been able to handle it before, because I probably would have took it for granted. In fact, I know I would have, because I've done that in the past before I had to go through this type of pain. Like, my therapist the other day, she said something that was so validating to me, and I don't know why it was validating, like, but it felt good to hear it. And as bittersweet as it is, it still meant a lot to me. She said, "You know what, Joshua, you know hard." And I was like, "Damn, you know what? You're right. I do. But I take everything from the hard shit that I'm going through, and I apply it to being able to thrive at the next level." And that's just so important for anybody who's going through any hardships right now, to know and be fully convicted that what you're going through right now is preparing you to be able to handle what you're about to get at the next level. What do they say? What is it? What's the saying? To whom much is given, much is expected. Something like, I ain't good with them idioms and shit like that. Like, I never get them right, but I think it's something like that. But it's true. And I ask God for a lot of shit. And I know that I'm being prepared to receive those things, because that's the reason behind why I'm going through everything that I'm going through. But as you can see, I don't know if you can feel it through the camera, but my spirits are very high right now. I've cut out so many distractions in my life. Like I said, I've been extremely isolated. My son spends a lot of time with his grandparents. My son spends a lot of time with my parents too, because over in their neighborhood. Like that's where most of his friends are, and you know how grandparents do. They got it laid out for him. So he spends a lot of time at my parents' house, and a lot of that came from during a time when I really needed their help, and I really needed time to like get myself together. And then now it's just, that's just the routine that he got. He'll be with me, and then when he feel like going to my parents' house to do what he do over there, he go over there. But while he's over there, that leaves me in isolation. But that gives me the opportunity to really hear my own voice. That gives me the opportunity to really hear God's voice. That really gives me the opportunity to truly sharpen my intuition and be able to use my intuition as my compass in life to take me to the places that I know God is trying to take me. And man, I can't really explain it with too many other words. Like I said, I'm pretty sure that you can feel the energy like through the camera right now, because I'm radiating, I'm shining. I feel it from the inside out. I feel the aura glowing, and I ain't doing nothing extra, like nothing. I haven't gotten a big win in a long time. Well, let me take that back, because this is a humongous win actually, because of what I'm coming out of as of late. Like when I tell you I was depressed, stressed, all the above for a long time. I was in a really dark place. For me to even be able to say that I'm radiating and I feel my aura glowing inside of me right now is a major win. Like I just got done journaling, which is what prompted me to do this video. But I wrote down, today was an amazing day. And after I wrote that, I realized I can't even remember the last time that I said today was an amazing day. Like I'm not even exaggerating. I do not know the last time that I was able to say that any given day was an amazing day. But today was. And it wasn't nothing like grandiose about it. It was me, my son, the road, my thoughts, and just pure good vibes and good energy. And that's letting me know that everything that I went through, everything, all the pain that I endured, all the discomfort that I endured, all the discomfort that I continue to endure, is just preparing me for the next level and making sure that I stay humble enough to know where I came from, so that when I do get to that next level, I don't squander it. Because I've squandered stuff in the past before, and I'm not doing that again. I'm not. So wherever you are, whoever you are, when you hear this message, I want you to believe that whatever it is that you're going through right now, it's not going to be in vain. You still got to do the work too, to make sure that it's not in vain. But as long as you keep that in mind and understand that it's not supposed to be in vain, you won't let it be in vain. All right. Y'all be good. This is just Josh. It's just vibes. I'll catch y'all next time.